Okay, it's great to be here, and I've really enjoyed listening to all of you. And I was thinking when Ari was talking about grief, that someone was quoted this week, and I won't go into who, but as grief is the price we pay for love, the cost. And I think we all just love the environment and love people, love each other. And I myself have been doing this work for about 40 years, and I have to say I've experienced more grief in the past few years about the numbers, those types of things, seeing 10 times the amount. And I work at the port right now, and last week we unplugged all the ships, and what that meant was NOx, SOx, particulate matter 2.5 and 10 in this environment in spades. And so, we're experiencing all aspects of this. So I'm here to talk, I'm a supply change person, and that's been my focus for many years. I teach sustainable supply chain at UCLA and at Harvard, and I'm also finishing my thesis on the intersection of modern slavery and environmental injustice in complex supply chains. So first thing I want to talk about, next slide, is what is a supply chain? Most people have no idea. I mean, typically it's like how you get your products, every single product, the things we're sitting in, the things we build, the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the things we drive, everything that we have has a supply chain to it. And it's typically, the raw materials all the way through to consumption or reuse. But what people don't realize is there are a lot of people involved in that, the planning, piece of it, this sourcing, where is it sourcing from? And I think a lot about the first mile all the way to the last mile. So that's a focus that I really bring to my classes. They start with the product. They walk in and say a cell phone. It's like right from where does the Congo, I'll focus on Congo is where cobalt is from. Cotton is coming from Xinjiang or Uzbekistan. Chocolate is coming from Ghana or Cote d'Ivoire. Coffee is coming from Colombia or Ethiopia. And what are the conditions of those people? Next. So this slide really is talking about how do we change the systems? How do we stop extraction and start to focus on, this says refuse, but it could also be refuse. Refuse to buy something else. Recover, repair, remanufacture, repurpose. Do we really need that thing? Ask ourselves this. This model from circular economy also was first highlighted in Cradle to Cradle, Bill McDonnell and Michael Brumgarten's book on how, when we mix the technosphere with the biosphere, that's when we run into trouble. And, in some cases we have to do that. And Ray and I were talking earlier about an infinity loop that really exists. But the truth is we want to get to a place where there's no extraction. So today I'm at the Port of Long Beach, and I'm there at a place where, after all, I think Holly was saying she had 8 jobs in her career. I think I've had 10 jobs in this last decade, but I did do 3 decades of like only 2 or 3 jobs, and then it's just been a change. And why did I go to the port? Because I showed up at a terminal that has put $3.5 billion into action and into real change. It is the greenest, cleanest, safest terminal in the world, fully automated. Controversial because of the job mix and what that entails. But there was a need to really start looking at this and really start asking ourselves, can the economy and the environment thrive together? And the answer is yes. We have shown that we could grow 8 times the amount, hire more people, change truck times to less than an hour. Ships that take 9 days, typically at berth, take 3 days at our berth. Trains that take 9 days coming in and out take 3 days. So we are really growing, and we've gone from 700,000 containers to 3.3 million containers last year, just in 2021. So this is an example of where the economy and the environment can and does thrive together. And I'm excited about being part of it. We'll be net zero before 2030. I've got a complete plan I'm publishing in the next couple of weeks, and asking for lots of money from the federal and state government to make it happen.